Kkooti enkulewezesa emisango gya Nnaggomula mu Kampala ekyagenda mu maaso n'okuwuliriza omusango gw'Okutta Suzan Magara nga guno guvunaanibwa abantu 8. Omujulizi w'oludda oluwaabi ow'e19 Kopolo Dennis Musumba nga mujaasi okuva mu ggye lya UPDF ku CMI ategeezezza kkooti bwe yeenyigira mu kugomba obwala mu muvunaana buvumbo wa Baasi Musa. Ono agamba nti ng'ennaku z'omwezi 23 omwezi ogwokutaano omwaka gwa 2018 yafuna ebiragiro okuva ewa Kopolo Charisa Asiimwe eyali akulira CMI ng'amulagira okugenda mu bitundu by'e Kasubi Munaku okukwata buvumbo omusango ono yali ateeberezebwa okwenyigira mu Okutta Suzan Magara.
I work with the Chieftaincy of Military Intelligence. Nanvayo wano bamusa.
No, you can point at him.
Uli eri emabega wataddeko specs. Emabega wataddeko bugalubindi.
Is the one behind the one who is putting on specs?
There are two people behind. Which one of the two?
Asooka eri naye asembayo.
The one behind the can one.
Okay, do you know why they're in court?
Where do I go for Yino?
Is that the only one who knows?
Is he the only one you know?
Yes.
Okay, can you please explain what your role in this case?
What is your role in
First of all, do you know why they're in court?
Yekuusa gwe mmanyi yeekuusa ku musango gwa Suzan Magara.
The one I know is the case of Suzan Magara.
So can you please explain to court your role in this matter?
What is your role in kusinziira ku musango guno?
Mu kino nze
Starting with the date.
Otandise n'olunaku.
nakola nga arresting officer owa Buvumbo Abbas.
Awakutanga na arresting officer Buvumbo Abbas.
It was on the 23rd May 2018.
N'ennaku z'omwezi 23/2018.
Nalipo office. I was at office. I was at my workplace in Imbuya.
Nalipo office.
I was called by acting director CMI on counter-terrorism. Ebiseera ebyo eyali Kano Asiimwe, Kano CK Charles.
Director of CMI. By that time he was called
Kano CK Asiimwe. Nambri, he briefed me that I was going to conduct an arrest, or I was going to effect an arrest of a one Buvumbo Abbas Musa, who is a suspected murderer of Suzan Magara. After briefing me, he told me to get in touch with Afande Frank Nyakairu. Immediately, I went and met Afande Frank Nyakairu. The offices are on different levels. Director puts up in the topmost level. Tracking office is below the director's office. So I went to the lower level, met Afande Frank Nyakairu.
Agattako nti ye ne banne abalala 5 nga bayambibwako omukugu mu kulumika amasimu Frank Nyakairu yaweebwa ennamba ya Buvumbo Musa gye yali akozesa era nga kino kyabayamba okuzuula we yali.
When I met Afande Nyakairu, he briefed me. He is going to avail me with coordinates. There is a phone number which is suspected to be there is a phone number which they were suspecting of Buvumbo to be using by that time. So he gave me the first pair of coordinates. I went and briefed my squad. I had a squad of 5 members.
era nengenda nenkoleraku squad gino eyali ey'abantu abataano
Who are these people?
bali bantu kyabo.
They're my subordinates, but most of them now are in different places because the squads don't stay for long. We always, all the time, they keep on changing.
But you want
Bali
to know
bantu
their names?
bena nenkolera nabo.
Some of them, I don't remember some of them, but I remember some, like one or two.
Abamu simanyi-
I have Mugisa Godwin.
Nsobola okuddikira ng'okuba ku babiri.
Mugisa Godwin.
Nani?
Mugisa Godwin.
Mugisa Godwin.
Yeah. And Mukasa Isa.
Ne Mukasa Isa.
The rest of it. After briefing them, we got into the vehicle.
Amaze okuyitiramu twagenda mu mmotoka.
I loaded in the coordinates.
Ne ntekamu coordinates ezo.
They were leading me to the ends of Kasubi, Monaco Road,
Zaali zifaanana bitundu by'e Kasubi Monaco Road.
heading that junction of Masanafu. The coordinates, when I loaded the coordinates, that's when we were still at the office. When I had briefed my soldiers, we have entered the car. So when I loaded in the coordinates in the Google map, they were leading me to Kasubi, Masanaf end. We started off the journey.
Ne tutandika
Since they had told me it was, we were supposed to do it in a hurry. Can I read it out?
There was a phone number before was started.
Yeah, the telephone number is
That is
0752
0752
444 444 634 634. So we started off the journey towards Kasubi. When we reached Nankulavye traffic lights, there was a little bit of traffic. We managed to maneuver through for a short while. We drove through that culture center, is it Kasubi Masiro? Yeah, we sloped down towards Monaco. We passed through that T junction, proceeded as if we were going to Masanaf. Still amusing. By that time, I had been given another pair of coordinates, but they were still leading me the same direction.
Musoma agamba nti wakati nga batuuse e Kasubi basobola okulaba buvumbo Abbas Musa ng'ono yali mu kapaakingi akamu ng'abula wakati mu kumugombamu obwala yagezaako okudduka wamu n'okulwana.
When I had just passed Monaco, just something like 150 meters away, the coordinates read I had only 5 minutes to reach my final destination. And in tracking, whenever I hear that, that means I'm at least next to the target. So I became cautious. I had an idea way from Franca. This guy is a border rider. Fortunately, when the coordinates said, when the Google Map said you have reached your final destination, there was a motorcycle garage on my right. Looking at the picture and identifying and comparing it.
There's a motorcycle garage.
Yeah. Look, when I looked at the picture and compared it to the people who were in that garage, because there were some few motorcycles parked, plus the mechanics and some few people. I managed to compare and identify Abbas Musa, and the picture. He was seated on, in Uganda it's called a form. Immediately I told them, I alerted my soldiers, when, the ones I was with in the car, to take a closer look and compare. We sided, especially me and Donnie, we sided, and we're like, yeah, it's the same. I got out of the car. Before it parked, I jumped, I opened the door, moved out. As the driver was looking for a convenient parking, I asked another soldier to follow me, and immediately we swung into action. But unfortunately, I think because of instincts, as Vuvumbo saw the Nuwa changing, looking for parking, he wanted to take off by crossing the road on foot. I jumped onto him, wrapped him in my arms, pulled him. I wanted to telling him, get in the car, get in the car. He yelled, caused the havoc during the arrest. As people converged, at the same time the other soldiers I had coming towards where we were, I was forced to pull the trigger. I gave one shot in the air, just as in to scare away these people who were trying to come towards us, the one who were converging. But still Abbas couldn't accept an easy arrest. We just lifted him by force, pushed him in the car, drove off. I informed my boss that I had got the target. By following his instructions, he told me drive straight away to SID Chireka. We drove off, reached Chireka, asked for the by the time I think officers, I handed over the suspect to him.
Omujulizi omulala abadde Lwamwenje Moses ng'ono naye mujaasi mu ggye lya UPDF nga ye yagomba obwala mu muvunaana Ismail Bukenya mu bitundu by'e Nabugabo mu Kampala. Lwamwenje agamba nti bino byaliwo ng'ennaku z'omwezi 24 omwezi ogwokuna omwaka gwa 2018 wabula ng'ono wakati mu kukwatibwa bafuna okusoomoozebwa okw'amaanyi nga kino kyaviirako omuvunaana Abubeeka Kyewalya okubeesimattukako n'adduka. Bannamateeka b'oludda oluwaabi baliko kye beebuuzizza ku bajulizi bano wabula ng'abalumirizza okutulugunya abavunaanwa wakati mu kubakwata.
Are you aware that Kyewalya Abubeeka on the 10th day May 2018 was in custody?
Kimanyi nti Kyewalya Abubeeka ng'ennaku z'omwezi 10 yali mbukwata oba musire.
Kama wange twamala okukwata Kyewalya commanding over police saying Chireka.
So are you aware or you're not aware? You can tell us what we shall still continue.
So tuwulira nti yali tusobola okweyongerayo.
Obwange wali twakwata kyewolya amubeka
Mine was to arrest.
twatuusa ku poliisi ekireka esaidi.
And we took him to Chireka SID.
So you are not aware of that fact?
Kitegeeza bwekyo obadde tukimanyiko.
Because your role was to arrest. Please,
Kubanga
answer
oli
the
obwali
question.
bwakukwata kukwasa. Ddamu ekibuuzo.
My Lord, I pray that you protect the suspect to answer the question. Hello. Okay, the accused.
Were you aware as to when Chevrolet was arrested? Was he aware as to when Chevrolet was arrested?
Wamanya ddi wagezaako wamanya kyolya bwe yakwatibwa.
Kama kyewolya nze namukwata ng'atuweza kukwata Ismail
When was
Kenya.
that?
The one who arrested Kyolya Mbeka lwali ddi?
Lwali ennaku z'omwezi 25 mwezi gw'okuna 1218.
It was on 25th of 2018.
And Ismail?
Ate
Ismail
Ismail,
simanyi we bamukwata ddi.
I don't know when he was
When
arrested.
Ismail was arrested? I do not know.
Okay.
When Ismail was arrested.
In your wisdom, are you aware that Cheolia
Okimanyi nti Kyolya
was taken to hospital?
yatwalibwa mu ddwaliro.
Sikimanyi mukama wange.
I want to put it to you that while he was taken to hospital,
Ayagala okugamba nti bwe yatwalibwa mu
doctors
ddwaliro,
described the injuries he sustained during and after arrest.
abasawo baayogera ebisago bye yafuna mu kanyolagana ako yali ng'akwatibwa.
Obukunziiramu
Your questions are very, very direct and tricky. Can you be straightforward?
Are you aware,
Okimanyi
or has it ever come to your knowledge that Cheolia Mbeka
omanyako nti Kyolya Mbeka
on the 10th day, May 2018, was found with injuries while in custody of police?
mwezi 10/5/2018 yasangibwa n'ebisago nga bwe yali ng'ali mikono gy'abaali bamukuta abasirikale.
sina kimumanyi kubanga ffe yali twamukwatira nga namutuuza poliisi nga mulamu bulungi.
I don't know anything, but trust me, the police when he was in good condition.
Manyala nga matuufu nze Lwamwenge Moses.
Speak up.
Yogera nti
Amanyala nga matuufu nze Lwamwenge Moses.
Lwamwenge Moses.
In your estimation, how many lies have you told this court ever since you started your testimony?
Ever since when?
Ever since you started your testimony, how many lies have you told this court? In your
Teebereza
estimation.
oba kubalako osobola kubuulirako ki emirundi emeka gyewakagibuulira ebirimba by'oyogedde mu kkooti.
Tewali bulimba bwamanya njogera.
Alina lies exceeding in court.
In your statement,
Mu statement yo
you said, to refresh your memory,
wagambye nti okwekekanyaamu
that you read a statement in the language you understand.
nti wasoma statement eyo mu lulimi lw'otegeera.
Wasn't your statement in English?
Statement eyo teyali mu Luzungu.
Yali mu Luzungu.
How come you're addressing court through an interpreter?
Ate kijja kitya kubanga kkooti oligiwa obujulizi nga bali mu kuvvuunulira.
Does that mean you didn't actually, you don't know English?
Kitegeeza nti wali tomanyi Luzungu.
Objection. My Lord, the witness is free to testify in whatever language he feels comfortable with in court. There is no rule that whatever you're testifying should be in English. My Lord, we resent that. It shouldn't be that.
There is a position of the law. Any witness can testify in the language. Yes. The law says it must understand.
My Lord, it's about understanding. The witness is asked, which language do you understand? And the word here is understand. And in his testimony, he says he understands English. So we are trying to look at, is this witness believing? Does it tell lies? So we are looking at, and I don't know why the state is actually suddenly getting so nervous about something that is so basic.
My Lord, we should not go back to the constitutional law class at this moment. My Lord, a witness, it is a constitutional right for every witness to testify in a language that they are comfortable with. Even my land friend can opt to testify in Uganda if he so wishes. Let's not go back to the constitutional law class.
My Lord, we protest politically.
What is the law?
My Lord, about the law we are not mindful, but we are mindful of the territory that is coming from a land colleague. I wouldn't surely address him to anything beyond the land colleague. So taking us to constitutional history, whereas is in easy practice, it's only practicing the Penal Code Act, it's so absurd. So absurd. Has never, my Lord, let him cite a constitutional matter he has ever taken to a constitutional court. Let him cite it and we shall agree that his position is correct about constitutional history.
Okay, let's now forget about the law classes that we have attended here. Because everything you did in law class is channeling to others.
My Lord, this idea is being courteous and professional. I don't understand what record reflects actually that the witness said, when asked what language, he said we should speak through an interpreter. And I'm quoting his own statement, though it actually turns out that it wasn't his handwriting. The person who recorded it did not make his signature, and he doesn't recall that person. Those things are really very material to the veracity and truthfulness of the statement. So when I say, how come in your statement you say you understand English, and in court you say you don't understand English? That is really important.
I don't think he said that it remains good, but
My Lord, the witness even went ahead to either testify in English or in my mother tongue. My Lord, that issue should not arise, and it is not the first time it is arising in this trial. This is the second time it is arising, and I thought we had really resolved it, but it is really absurd that it is again coming up.
take no more time on that aspect. Can we proceed?
I'll rephrase the question. I'll ask. And I think we're just doing our jobs here, so there's no need to
Don't go
get
back.
detailed.
Don't go back, please.
So I'll ask the witness, do you understand English very well or you don't?
Olusungu olutegeera bulungi oba nedda?
Oluzungu lutegeera naye sirwana.
Understand it but not in a whole of it.
Not very well.
Okay, we'll move on. On that day, when you said you set off when you received a briefing,
Olunaku olwo wagamba nti baba briefinga.
you said you were with, it was a squadron of 6 people.
Wagamba nti kyali kibinja awamu nga mubali mukaaga.
Stop.
Could you please name all the people that you're with?
Okugera amannya gaabo bonna abantu omukaaga bamu bali nabo.
You want me to repeat? I thought it's an evidence already.
Most of that
It's an evidence already.
it's all right. One other question that's related to that. Did you have a warrant of arrest?
waliwo ina ebbaluwa ekwata omuntu.
Yes or no?
Iyo oba nedda.
Tulina kaadi zaffe.
Warrant of arrest.
Ekiwandiiko ekyali kikuwa olukusa okukwata omuntu.
Tukkirizibwa okukwata ngafa serikale. Nalina kaadi yange ey'amagye.
We are allowed to arrest.
Movement order. Tulina ne movement order.
The question is not about your movement order or your identity card.
Ekibuuzo tekiri ku waranti eyo gyoyogeddeko oba movement card yo.
Did you have, were you issued with, in your possession, when you are setting up, apart from the coordinates and whatever you had, did you have a warrant of arrest to go and arrest this people? That's what I want to know. Yes or no?
Ogyeko coordinates ezo ze wali olina bwe mwali nga mugenda okukwata omuntu mwalina ekiwandiiko oba ekipapula ekyali kikulagira okukwata omuntu.
Nedda.
Were you armed?
Wali olina ekikozesebwa kyonna.
Sale armed ne bannanga abalala bali armed.
I didn't have any time, but my other colleagues were armed.
How were you dressed?
Wali oyambadde otya?
Engoye za bulijjo.
Was it casual wear?
How about the rest of the squad members?
Ate abalala bo baali bambadde batya?
Abaana bali bambadde engoye za bulijjo, ababiri baali basigadde mu motoka bali bambadde uniform.
Others were in casual, but only the two ones who stayed in the car, they were in the uniform.
How were they armed?
Baali bo
They were armed with what?
baali balina kozesa ki?
AK-47 emmundu ze balina.
They had AK-47.
Rifle gun.
In your testimony, you said that you were overpowered.
Testimony ogambye nti baakusinga amaanyi.
That you are stronger than you. Is that correct?
Kituufu oba nedda?
Kituufu.
It's true.
I put it to you that force violence was used to subdue Cheolia.
I beg your pardon.
Just one more.
I beg your pardon, Counsel.
I put it to the witness
Akikuteekako nti
that in the course of arrest,
bwe mwali mukwata
as a result of Cheolia intercepting you or interrupting you, or intercepting you,
yali agezaako okubalemesa
you and your squad members used violence.
nti gwe n'abantu olwo bali nabo mwali mukozesa violence.
That's how you managed to subdue him and to arrest him.
Engeri gye mwasobola okuba nga musobola okuba nga mumukwata.
Twakozesa amaanyi nga bweyogedde agasookeredde.
I've not understood. Are you saying you used violence or you used force? That's how you managed to arrest him, or you're saying, yeah, I want a clarification on that. Did you use violence in the course of subduing Cheolia?
Agambye nti mwali mwakozesa amaanyi agaali gasusse bwe mwali nga mukwata Cheolia.
Twakozesa amaanyi agaali gasusse nga bwakiragidde.
I use informing this court that you didn't use any force, any violence in order to subdue him, someone who had actually overpowered you.
Kooti ogezaako gigamba nti temwakozesa amaanyi gaali gasusse ku muntu eyali abasinze amaanyi.
Obudde bwe twakwatiramu Cheolia
The time we arrested Cheolia,
yasooka omutuukako yalinze namugenzi kule yasooka okulemesa okukwata okukola emirimu gye twali tukozere okukola. Bannange bajjira awo nga wayiseewo endakiika.
my colleagues came after
ne tukwata kyewolya tugenda naye tumuteka mu motoka tugenda naye.
When your colleagues came, what did they do to subdue?
I think
we'll welcome that Can we move on from it? I want to know where he has been spot on. You did not use violence to subdue I know what you want, but you're not going to be repetitive until the sun goes down.
My Lord, I've only used a few minutes.
I feel ask your last question.
I'm going to move on, but I feel when some of the things don't come out, it really doesn't help our case. I feel when the witness is allowed to...
They may not come out the way you want, but something comes out.
We'll move on.
Yes.
You actually didn't take him to SIB, but you took him to CMI. And you have a chance now to tell the truth.
Ask your question well. Rephrase.
I put it to you.
Where
did you take? I wanted you to hear the English on that because I'm entitled. Where did you take Shawali? He already informed court that he took him to SID. I differ. And I put it to him that he actually didn't take him to SID but took him to CMI.
Kamtara SID Chireka Police.
Can you describe just in a brief note, this court can indulge me, when you are handing him over, as you say, what exactly happened? What did you do? What was done? Did you just
what was our moment for Tomtwara SID Chireka? To meet a motor, Tita, eyaliwo.
Sorry, before you proceed, what time was it?
Zali sawa nga njikira sawa sijika binaweza sanga 10 ni wunde baliyeze kwanga mtauni mwalimu jamu monji so twatambula mpola ngenda kutoka Chireka.
Continues to explain the circumstances. He was still explaining we removed him from the vehicle, which was one counsel his question. So President the court allows him to complete the
proceed. Yeah. Just answer the question about the time. Now proceed to inform us when he was handing over what exactly happened.
What you wanted stay like your mom why you change idea.
Twamutuusa Chireka SID then njikira Singoma eyaliwo police baita Singoma eyaliwo twamujja mu motoka tumutwala counter namuregistaringa namubuuza n'ebintu kuba alina ebintu byonna byalinamu. Then I'm saying that and handing over for him.
Then we signed for him, then we had a demo.
Sera sakola statement
That time I took the
bansonga
statement because
twali tukyanoonya Ismail Kenya
we were still looking for Ismail.
nga oyo mwami ye yekka yasobola otuyambako
Since he was the only one who could help us.
you inform this court that you are not involved in looking for Ismail Okenya.
What you are government to bakwata Ismail Okenya.
Yes, alikuwa mukwaba bamukwata naye
I wasn't among those who arrested him.
ekitongole nga ng'ekitongole oba nga ffe wetukola mbeera nga zisinza munoonya
Who asked him as a
bayinza tasikugiwa omuntu omulala so kyembadde ntegeeza nti
just another person.
lwakisakola statement
My question is,
That is what I was trying to say why I didn't do that.
you had handed over someone, why wouldn't you make a statement about what you had done? Your assignment had ended there.
Omulimu gwo gwali gukomyawo lwaki ekiseera ekyo kyennyini tewakola statement eyo?
My lord will object to that question. Counsel is badgering the witness. He asked why he did not record a statement, and the witness answered he was still trying to find Ismail, though he's not the one who arrested him. So counsel is badgering the witness. It is a repetitive question. He has answered.
About
It is
badgering,
clear. Let's move on.
About
Counsel
badgering.
is badgering the witness.
I think you will have to, no, I'll just leave that. About badgering, you're just getting nervous for nothing. My lord, no further questions, but I gave a reason why I was asking that. And it's actually already on record. There are no further questions.
For which you were arresting, you went to arrest Bukenya Ismail was committed.
Baali bakubuuliddeko ku wali nga ogenda bali basooseko kubuulirako wali nga ogenda okukwata Ismail omusango yali akoze oba gwe yali asisa.
Afan
That's the crime.
nedda
She was not briefed. I was not briefed. Yeah.
Mr. Moses, why would you go to arrest without a warrant of arrest?
Mwami Moses, lwaki wagenda okukwata omuntu
My lord,
oyo
object to that
yali
question.
okukwata?
Why?
My lord, first and foremost, it has already been asked, and secondly, the law is very clear that an arrest can be with or without a warrant.
Has already been asked.
Mr. Moses, is it in order for you to go and arrest a person without knowing
Nti
the crime in question?
kiri mu nkola yammwe kubanga mu nkola eno nga mukubanga ogenda okukwata omuntu nga tamanyi musango gwakoze.
afande kano Charles Simo yali atubriefinga
Fantekano simu yakuba.
yangamba nti ogenda kunoonya omwami bayita Ismail Okenya
You told me you're going to look for a man called Ismail.
tegeezebwa kuba omukwabo abawambye n'okubuzaawo
Who is among the suspects?
omugenzi Suzan Magara.
Suzan Magara.
How many were you?
Wali bameka?
Twali mukaaga.
We were 6.
Why the big number?
Lwaki mwali bangi?
Did it
My
really
lord,
have to take
my lord,
people to arrest one
We
person?
object to that question. The witness has clearly told the court that he was not in charge of the operation. He was ordered to go and arrest.
Mr. Moses, I put it to you that
Moses actually.
there was violence orchestrated by your people and that's probably what scared off and made people converge.
Akiteekako nti gwe mwami Moses nti eryanire mwali mukozesezza ebyali bisukkiridde yagezaako okuba nga lyaleetawo abantu bonna abali mu kitundu ekyo.
Twakozesa lyani nga bakitaddewo.
Anything else? One last one?
Yeah, police officer.
Oli munnamagye.
I think it's very clear that it's a soldier, pretty soldier.
UPDF officers also involved in arresting people.
Abasirikale b'amagye nabo bennyini tebakakakawo okuba nga bakwata abantu babulijjo ba civilian.
Yes.
Yes.
Under what circumstances?
Osinzidde ku ki?
Sinzidde ku mulimu gwe tukola oluusi tuyambako poliisi kubanga omuntu yenna omuntu yenna nnoza nga kanso mu bwayogedde osobola okukwata omuntu nga incase obeera nga alina ekintu kyakoze ekikyamu oba nga agenda kukola ekikyamu omuntu yenna asobola okukikola asobola okukwata.
In your school, was there any member from the police officer, from the police force?
Mwalimuko abamu abali abasirikale aba poliisi.
Twatambulamu olunaku tumali mu poliisi naye to reporting of police.
Badadde reported to police.
Had the police failed to arrest for you to come in?
Asikale ba poliisi baali balemereddwa okuba nga bakola okukwata.
My Lord will object to that question. The witness has categorically told the court that he was directed by his superiors, so he cannot know whether the police had failed or not.
I believe that was the last question. Will the examination?
Yes, my Lord, have you?
Now the rest to correct the record, I will reiterate the rest to cross-examine, but I don't have cross-examination.
Okay. Next examination.
There was a scuffle as you were trying to arrest both Ismail Kenya and Chewolia.
Kakasa kooti eno nti waliwo embirane eyaliwo akanyolagana akaaliwo wali ng'ogenda okukwata Ismail Kenya.
Kituufu.
Please confirm to this honorable court that you did not medically examine Chewolia.
Kakasa kooti eno nti
My Lord will object to that question.
ekitwe mwennyini wakebera Chewolia.
When she came up with rules,
So there's no reason I should have come out again.
yes.
No, my Lord, it came up and I have a reason.
My Lord, you
He told-
overruled that on it.
We have gone through the morning.
Oh, much obliged, my Lord.
So you did not remain on record.
Much obliged.
Yes, it has been posed to you, but just to follow up from cross-examination, that there are a lot of lies that you told to the court.
Kyakuteekeddwako nti ebirimba bingi by'obulidde kooti.
But just to confirm to this honorable court,
Naye okakasa kooti eno
Even
That's-
that question was answered. Second, counsel for the accused persons tried to really to answer that question as to how many lies he had told the court, and he insisted on saying, I've never told this court in a lie.
Much obliged, my lord.
So to solicit that answer again,
Much obliged.
is the decision.
Much obliged. So, you were told in cross-examination that the offense with which you arrested Chewalya was obstruction.
Wagambika mukooti baali bakubuuza ebibuuzo bali baloya nti omusango ogwali guvunaanibwa ogenza okukwata gwali gwakubanga ogw'okulemesa.
So did you ever get to know the offenses that is charged with and from whom? Did you ever get to know?
Wagezaako okumanya omusango ogwavunaanibwa.
Kituufu gwasooka kitwamukwatira yagezaako okutataaganya mu kukwata Ismail Kenya. Then
Yes, it's true.
Yes, that is the first time when he was
Yes.
arrested. So
Yes.
did you ever get to know the offenses or the
Okay.
charges?
Omusango
Omusango gwe bamuteekako.
kyajja oluvannyuma nategeera nti naye yali omukwabo abaparticipatinga
Participated in the what?
abaparticipating mu kuwamba n'okubuzaawo omugenzi Suzan Magara.
Participated in the kidnapping of Suzan Magara.
Kinajjukirwa nti mu bujulizi bwa ssenga bwa Suzan Magara, Florence Magara, yategeeza kooti ng'omuvunaana Kyewalya Beeka bwe yamulaba mu kifo we yateeka ensawo omwali ensimbi obukadde 700 ezaali ez'okununula Suzan Magara. Omulamuzi Alex Makai Ajij ataddewo olwanga 18 omwezi ogw'omusanvu omwaka guno okuddamu okuwuliriza omusango guno. Suzan Magara yewambibwa bwe yali adda ewaka we Erungujja mu kiro kyanga 7 omwezi ogwokubiri omwaka gwa 2018 ng'abula oluvannyuma omulambo gwe gwasangibwa nga guli ku luguudo lwa Mwasanjala e Mutungo Kitiko. Abavunaana musango guno kuliko Yusufu Lubega, Hussein Waswa, Muzamiru Sali, Hassan Katomiro, Avasi Musa Buvumbo, Abubeka Kyewalya, Mahadi Kisaliita, Ismail Bukenya wamu ne Hajara Nakandi.